Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday's Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. I have so much to talk to you guys about today, and I'm super excited. So whenever you jump on, give me a shout out so I can say hello and know that I have you guys watching, making sure everything's going correctly. So I have a couple fun things to share with you guys of upcoming things. So one of the things that Stampin' Up! Let us know about, which I find this to be mind-blowingly amazing, but the Share Sunshine COVID-19 PDF download, that has actually sold $161,000, and all of that is going towards relief efforts for COVID-19. So that is super amazing. If you've purchased it, then thank you. And if you want more information on that, then let me know. I actually didn't link that one, but I did link two other things that I'm talking about today. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Elena, if you're watching. So yeah, that is super fabulous, and I'm so excited to be a part of a company who is giving back and helping out during this crazy time. So like I said, I didn't actually put a link for that one in the description comment box, but I will after this is over. Hopefully I remember. Otherwise it's on yesterday's for sure. So you can always check that out there. The other thing I wanted to share with you, which I did leave a link for, is you can now sign up for the June Paper Pumpkin Kit. And I'm so excited about it. This one is created by Sarah Douglas. So that's Stampin' Up! CEO. She's super fabulous. And it's sunshine. So the box is actually yellow, so it's super fun. And actually, I didn't know about this, but she posted a big thing about it, so I don't know whether she made it up or it's like a known thing. But you can deliver boxes of sunshine, which is just a whole bunch of yellow items. So like yellow candies or yellow like stress balls or like just everything in the box is yellow. And it totally is like a box of sunshine because you just open it up and it's just all yellow. And yellow is so uplifting and bright and everything. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. So anyway, this box actually is going to have 8 cards in it, regular size cards. And then it's also going to have some decorations and a sticker label thing so that you can fill the box with sunshine and then mail it out to somebody. So how super cool is that? I'm so excited about it. And I'm telling you guys about this now, and that you definitely want to sign up now because crazily enough, the May Paper Pumpkin Kit actually sold out before the 10th of the month, which is just nuts. That has never happened, I don't think, or at least that far in advance with any other Paper Pumpkin kits. So I'm assuming that you guys are all loving like a craft project that you can do at home and the fact that it's all inclusive and everything. So that's why it was super popular. Everybody was like, hey, join Paper Pumpkin because it's all inclusive. Anyone can do it. You just need scissors. And so boom, it's sold out. So we don't want that to happen in June. We want you to get a Paper Pumpkin box and get subscribed and enjoy it. You can get it for 1 month. You can get it for 2, 5, 10, as many months as you want. That's all up to you. There's no, craziness with it. You just need to either suspend or cancel after you receive your kit, and you won't get the next month, or you'll cancel and you won't get any more. So it's really easy to do. The 10th of the month is always when it hits. So the June kit will hit on the 10th of June, and it usually arrives somewhere around the 15th to the 18th. Kind of depends on weekends and shipping dates and stuff like that. But that's typically how it works. So if you want the Sunshine Box, super fabulous, inspired by Sarah Douglas, then definitely sign up for Paper Pumpkin. And like I said, I left a link in the comments so that you guys can join Paper Pumpkin. Of course, you also get a fabulous thank you card from me with every order in the month, and that would be considered an order in the month. So, so yeah, little extra perks and everything with getting Paper Pumpkin. One of the other things, I had a question about tying the ribbon from yesterday. So I am going to try to do some crazy camera work. I'm actually working on trying to do an overhead camera and a front-facing camera, but I'm kind of trying to get this camera down before I start adding more chaos to it. So we are going to do that. I'm going to try to like bend the camera down so you guys can see it like a little bit more up close and personal. So bear with me for a second here. I hope you can see that. So what I did here is I wrapped it around. Let me find the original card so that you know what I was doing. Okay, so this is the original card, and I wrapped the ribbon around to the inside of the card. And a lot of times I like to wrap it around to the inside of the card for that extra security. If I just wrapped it around the designer paper is kind of flimsy and thin, and so then it starts to curl and bend and move and everything else. So when I wrap it around the card base, I just know it's a little bit more secure, and I will show that to you with this piece of designer paper. So it's a little bit like thinner, and then I'm going and it just seems to be a little bit more all over the place, and I'm not able to have as much control. So that's why I put it around the card base. So I'm going to show you here. This is just a piece. This is the inside of one of the other cards that I did yesterday. So I just wrap it around there. And if I'm just tying a knot and don't want to do it off of the spool, then my measurement is usually all the way across to all the way across. So if you go it's around on the back side once, and then it just goes all the way across, and I snip, and then I can tie a knot, and I have enough tail to be able to do that. So I'm going to go this. I know you guys are backwards, so I'm going to try to explain via words, but I'm horrible with my left and my right. So this is my right. Just remember, my ring is on my left. And my right goes over my left. So you see it's over the top of the left. And then that's going to go underneath. So my right is over my left, which means for that square knot, my left, which is my ring finger, goes over my right. So I kind of use my pointer finger to hold that knot tight while using, or I don't know, that's my middle finger, while using this. And now I need to go left over right. So it's going to go over the top and come down and around. And I think I did that right. It's so hard to do it like slow and talk through it. And no, I totally did that wrong. And that's why I have a cross. So I totally did right over left, right over left. So let me just undo that top one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut this so I don't have one more thing holding me down. And I don't know where my scissors are. Okay, here they are. Whoa! Thought I was going to chop my little toe off. Okay, so we're going to cut this here. Get that out of the way. Here we have right over left and down and around. And now we want our left, this one, to go over the top, and around. And then pull tight. And you can see it lays nice and flat like that. And then you would just trim your little tails. So I hope now that I actually did it correctly, I hope that showed up very well and was a little bit more of like an up close and personal showing you how I did that. Let's see if I can do it one more time, just because I feel like the first time you're like, oh, I think I got it, and you just need to see it again. So my right is over the top of my left and around, and now my left is going to go over the top of the right, like you can see there, and tie. And that one I'm actually not going to pull tight because I'm going to take it out so I don't have 1,000,001 random yellow ribbons. So I hope that made a little bit more sense, and you got to see that up close and personal for a little tutorial on the box knot and the square knot, and getting that smooth look. So one of the other things that we're gonna do, I pulled you up, is we're going to make a little card. This uses the Ornate Garden Designer Series paper, which is gorgeous. This is available now, but it's coming out in the new catalog. So it's actually got this fabulous gold foil on the back side, but we're actually going to use this side. And we're going to use that with the Under My Umbrella stamp set and just do some fun little flowers. The cool thing is look at how these flowers match. So they actually match the flowers that are in the Designer Series paper, which makes it super, super fun. Oh, sorry that the stamp set was upside down. Oh, geez. We'll just blame it on the quarantine. Right? We can, can't we? Yeah, if you're just joining and I'm posting stamp sets upside down, welcome. But yeah, welcome to Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. Give me a shout out if you're just jumping on, if you're watching the replay, if you're watching on YouTube, because I love chatting with you guys and not feeling so alone, which is why I love Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. You guys all make it so much more fun. Trying to make sure that I'm creating this the same way. So this goes on here. The other thing is this color combination is super fabulous that I wouldn't have really thought to use before. And it is Flirty Flamingo and Calypso Coral. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. So super, super cute. And then I'm using, it's got some crushed curry and bumblebee in it, which is the new in color. But I'm actually going to use So Saffron for that like lighter look. So we are going to take this piece. I have punched out pieces of the umbrella and everything, but rather than trying to line those up, I'm just going to stamp them again and punch them out. So we need an umbrella. I was like, this stamp set looks really clean, even though I've used it a ton, but I guess I just cleaned it really well. Or I haven't used any crazy colors. That's more like it. And we're going to go with the greeting, rain or shine, you're always on my mind. I was like, I have plenty of clear blocks. You don't need to take one over there. And then, of course, now I'm like, where are all my clear blocks? So what are you guys all doing today? Today it's like super hot and humid, which is why I wore my hair down, because if I wore it up like yesterday, then it just all starts to like pull down and curl and get crazy. So, yeah, when people see Claire's hair, I'm like, well, if my hair wasn't as long as it was, it's curly too. So I'm just going to stamp my, let's see how it goes in the punch. I'm going to stamp it down. So this makes it easier in the punch for me to line it up. So I'm going to hold my punch upside down and slide it in, line it up, and punch. So now we have that fabulous little thing. And then I'm actually going to use the top side of it to do the umbrella handle, which looks like a cane. And if I do it like this, then it matches how it goes in the punch. So I'm like super duper saving cardstock on this one. Hi, Debbie. Your birthday is today. Happy birthday. I'm so glad that you mentioned it so that we could shout out to you for that. I hope you are celebrating just how you want to. Hopefully those grandbabies are giving you some extra hugs maybe, or social distancing hugs, however that may be. And then all the little flowers that go in this are actually going to be fussy cut, so that should be fun. But we'll stamp those here in a little bit. So first I'm going to color my umbrella, and I'm going to use my dark So Saffron, and I'm going to just add lines down each little umbrella. That totally didn't make sense now that I think about it. Down each umbrella when there's only one umbrella. Down each of like the arms of the umbrella. What do you call each of those little sections? The segments of the umbrella. So that is the dark. And now I'm just going to take the light and I'm going to blend the whole thing over the dark and into the white space. And I'm going to use the like marker tip. That's one fabulous question for today. What's everybody's favorite dessert or birthday cake? I will say mine is, well, okay, so that's two totally different questions in my book. My favorite dessert is probably cheesecake. And I absolutely love cupcakes over actual cake, just because, I don't know, they're just so easy, and I love decorating cupcakes. It makes me so happy. So there's our little umbrella, and one of the things about attaching this is a lot of times I attach it to the umbrella, like with the dimensional right there, rather than having to actually add adhesive to the umbrella handle. Stem is what I was going to call it. But yeah, let me know what your favorite dessert is, or your favorite cake. I don't like chocolate cake. I will say that much. I know I don't like that. It's not that I don't like it. It's that I don't care for it. It definitely isn't my first choice. Like if someone says white or vanilla or chocolate or vanilla, white or chocolate. A lot of people always say white, but really there's a difference between a white cake and a vanilla cake and like a yellow cake. Big difference. I love all of those though, but yeah, just anything that's not chocolate cake. I don't know. I feel like chocolate cake is like fakey tasting. I don't like chocolate ice cream either, but I don't know. Anytime we go to Culver's and get a concrete or whatever those things are called, I'm always like, make sure it's vanilla custard and not chocolate custard with the toppings. Okay, so now we're just going to stamp some flowers, and then we're actually going to cut them out. So you can stamp like 1,000,001 of them, because it's going to fill the underside of the umbrella. And I'm just going to pop it on the other side since I don't really have to worry about lining it up anywhere special. And a lot of times with little images like this, I don't really do a lot of blending. I just kind of color. Every once in a while I add a little blending in. Your favorite dessert is chocolate cheesecake. My favorite cheesecake, so if we're going to go Cheesecake Factory cheesecake, then a lot of times I get like a peanut butter one. I love the lemon meringue one. I also love the s'more one. The pumpkin one, which is seasonal, I love that one too. that tip is not very pointy. So I'm actually going to do probably like a few of these leaves in the dark old olive and then a few in the light just to get that variation. But since the image is so small, that's why I'm not going to mess with blending. Anything strawberry. I think Claire would definitely agree with that. She is loving strawberries right now. I'm trying to think of, those are my main ones of Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. As for like cupcakes, I love Funfetti only because I love sprinkles. Brad hates sprinkles. I love them. I swear it's like the child in me. I will pick like a Funfetti cupcake over anything. Which I realized today we are actually out of cupcake or, cake mixes. And to be honest, I know if any of you guys are on and you come to Girls Night Out and I make cupcakes all the time, I have a trick for you. I've never made a cake from scratch. I know, mind blown, because I make them so often. You would think that I would do it from scratch, but I don't. Oh, look, I brought over 2 dark old olives, so I guess I'm doing them all in old olive dark. So yeah, I have never actually made a cake from scratch, but I have modified a cake mix and not used the exact recipe on the back. Have you guys ever made Funfetti cake mix cookies? Those were like a huge ordeal, so much that they actually, I think, made, the company actually made a specific box and said, this is for cookies, but really you can just use the cake mix. But it's like cake mix and like oil and an egg maybe, and that's it. And it makes like a really thick dough, and then you just, dollop it down. Oh my gosh, they were heavenly. Loved them. And another thing, I hardly ever eat my cupcakes with icing. Well, okay, I can't say hardly ever. Here at home, I don't. But of course, whenever they come with icing, then I'm going to eat it with icing. So yeah, let me know what your favorite dessert is. So I'm going to do a little bit of shading with my flowers. I also have Calypso Coral, so Saffron and Calypso Coral. So I'm just going to do a little bit around the center of my flowers in the dark Calypso Coral. And then I'm going to do the light to fill in. And I feel like that one flower looks odd, and I might actually cut him off. And I'm just going to do the other set of flowers in the Calypso Coral. On the topic of food, what are you guys all having for supper tonight? I think we're getting pizza from someplace. I'm not sure where. Because I'm tired of cooking. And last night, whenever I was meal planning, I was like, pizza sounds good. So pizza it is. Here we go. So that's all done with the dark marker. And now I'm just going to go over that dark with the light and fill in the rest of it. So here we go. I know the weather out there is absolutely crazy, so if you're in a spot that is having storms today, then I hope you guys all stay safe. Take cover. I know when my phone said last night that there was going to be that tomorrow's weather today was going to be 20 degrees warmer. I was like, what? And I stepped outside earlier to get something off my porch. And yeah, it is disgusting out there. It's like so humid, you like hardly can even breathe. But it's warm, and I do like the warmth, but I don't like storms. Have any of you guys ever been in a crazy storm? Have you seen a tornado? To be honest, I actually have never seen a tornado. Ooh, I just got a tickle in my throat. We're good. That's why I always have water around with me, because I'm always afraid I'm going to choke on my own spit and die. So yeah, I always have to have water with me. But yeah, let me know if you've ever been in a nasty storm or if you've seen a tornado. I have been in, but I have not seen a tornado, and I'm okay with that. Although whenever I'm really stressed, I dream of tornadoes. Which is funny because I've never actually seen one, so I don't really know what it looks like. I mean, of course, I guess I've watched the movie Twister and stuff, so I have that, but I am thankful to not have been in one or seen one in person. I know some of you guys are, all over the United States, possibly the world. So some areas have tornadoes a lot more often than they do here. You like storms, but you hate humidity. Yeah, humidity does some crazy stuff to your hair. My mom likes storms, which I think because of that, I'm scared of storms. So when I was 4, we lived in a house that did not have a basement. It was 1 story, and my mom loves storms. And so the storm was blowing in, and all 3 of us kids were on the front porch with her. She was so excited. We watched the storm roll in, and then the winds picked up, and so we all went inside. And really, I just wanted to hide under my bed, but I also wanted to be with my mom, so I stayed next to her. And so we went inside when the wind picked up, and we were kind of, in the living room sitting around, watching through the windows and stuff. And then the windows started breaking. And then that's whenever she said, let's go get in the bathroom and hug next to the toilet because I don't know what's going on here. And we lived in the country, so you really couldn't hear the sirens. But the creepy thing is when you could hear the sirens, it was scary. Because that means it's like that calm before the storm where it's dead still out. And you could hear the sirens in town miles away. That's creepy. And yeah, all the windows broke. Some of the town thinks that it was a tornado, but for the most part, my family calls it just a hailstorm. But yeah, I mean, it completely ripped out everything. We had all broken windows. We had to get our siding done. We had to get the roof redone, power line poles down. My neighbor, again, out in the country, fields and everything, but my neighbor had a kiddie pool, and they found it 3/4 of a mile or a mile away in somebody else's yard in the middle. So yeah, craziness. So yeah, I almost feel like because of that, I'm scared of storms. There was also a time where we were shopping in the next town over, and by next town, I mean 30 minutes away. And the sirens went off and we were in town, and being an out of town kid, I hadn't really ever heard the sirens that close up. You would have thought it was World War II. The sirens were so loud and went on for so long, and we were in the middle of a shop, and so the shop was just everybody get in the fitting rooms and stuff, and yeah, that was kind of scary. I don't remember how old I was there. So there are my flowers, and I didn't color this last one. It almost looks like an egg down there, because I think I'm going to cut it off. It's a weird looking flower that doesn't really coordinate with the other flowers, so I'm just going to cut him off. Ooh. So he doesn't really cut off without cutting up into it, but that's okay because I'll just tuck flowers on top of it or tuck it down underneath the actual umbrella. So It's okay. Fussy cutting is something I'm not a huge fan of. But I do it every once in a while for a fabulous look, and this is one of those. I also am one where I like to like cut off as much as I can. So like I kind of go around and then I'm like, and then cut off, and then go around and then cut off. It makes me feel like I'm getting somewhere, I think. And I don't really like it like holding on to my scissors. And a lot of times I almost just hold my scissors, which paper snips are amazing for fussy cutting because they're so little and have such a pointy tip. But I almost like move my cardstock, not my scissors. Maybe that's why, maybe like that's not the right thing to do. I feel like it's the easy thing to do. But those of you who love fussy cutting, let me know what your tips and tricks are because maybe I'm doing it wrong. So there's my first one. We've had some crazy conversations today between going from desserts to storms, but yes, let me know. Let me know your favorite dessert, your favorite birthday dessert or cake, and if you've ever been in a crazy storm. I will say, so as an adult then, we had a crazy storm on an Easter Sunday years ago now. And I always go to bed early. And then Brad gets up and is up, I don't know, all hours of the night. He's definitely a night owl. And I am an early to bed, early to rise person. He is not a morning person either. At all. I'll be like, is something wrong? And he's like, it's morning. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I keep talking. He loves me. But yeah, so I went to bed and was asleep. I don't remember what time it was. I was asleep for a couple hours, I think. And the next thing I know, Brad is like in my face and he's like, baby, get up. We need to go to the basement. And we ran down the flight of stairs, down, like from upstairs to downstairs, and then from downstairs to the basement. And I remember getting down there and like out of breath, like, what is going on? Because I literally was in a dead sleep and then ran down 2 flights of stairs. And he's like, the sirens are going off. You know, bad weather is here. Not necessarily a tornado. But he said that the deck chairs were moving. And so he went out to get them and pull them in. And he heard what sounds like a freight train. And, you know, they always say a tornado sounds like a freight train. Again, I've never heard it, so I don't know. But he's like, yeah, it's creepy, and it totally sounds like a freight train. So that night, I don't remember if there was a confirmed one or not, but we had some straight line winds, and we had some damage and stuff to the siding, and, you know, trees and trash cans were everywhere, and stuff like that. So, but the weird thing is I like grabbed all of my bedding and took it downstairs with me. So like I got down there and I was like, oh, I have my blanket with me. I have like everything. So how I didn't trip and fall on that while running down 2 flights of stairs, half asleep, I don't know. But my little guardian angel was watching over me, I guess. But yeah, we were good. And so now anytime I go to bed and there's like bad weather, I'm always like, actually anytime, even like at work and stuff, I'm like, Brad, if you need to come home from work to be safe, because I have to say I would not want to do like a bad storm alone with Claire. That would scare me to death. But yeah, I'm always like eyes to the skies. And I've always said in the middle of the night, if it's bad, wake me up and I'll come downstairs and sleep on the couch if I have to, but I really don't want to go running down 2 flights of stairs in a panic attack. So yeah, there were definitely some times last year, actually the last 2 years, so I think that must have been like 3 or 4 years ago, that I fell asleep on the couch during a storm because he woke me up. But it's kind of nice to have a little night owl who will watch for storms, because storms at night are really creepy. But I almost feel like he's more scared of them now than I am. So it makes me kind of feel like I have to be the strong person. Gosh, I really don't like fussy cutting. Do you guys like to fussy cut? I feel like I'm here forever. What time? Oh, just had to double check the time, make sure it wasn't 1 o'clock. Yeah, so let me know. Do you like fussy cutting? Do you like storms? What's your favorite dessert? I hope I don't have a dream about storms tonight. But like I said, usually it has to do with my stress level and not like having seen one or knowing that one might be coming. Dreams are crazy. I need to see how many of these I actually need. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this on by adding some dimensionals. And I'm actually going to add the dimensionals on the far bottom side. Like if I had my minis, which are over there somewhere, then I would probably use those because, so I put them on like the far bottom because I don't want to put them up top in case I need to slide some flowers under there. I don't want to hit a dimensional and have it not work. But I am going to put a dimensional up high to hold that on. So since I just need like a little one, I'm going to cut some of the edge. Okay, that's like too small. I'm going to cut like a little long skinny piece to go across all of it. Okay, so much for staying away from the top, but there we go. And then I'm going to add this to my card front. Baked Alaska. That sounds amazing. I've never heard of that. And you love storms and you love fussy cutting. You're crazy, Terry. You don't mind fussy cutting if you're getting an awesome look? Yeah, and that's where like I usually will do it every once in a while because sometimes it's just necessary to have that look. But yeah, in the middle of it, I'm kind of like, what am I doing here? So there's my little umbrella. Let's see how many flowers we actually need here. I think I'm going to have to go get my minis because I'm going to put my flowers on with the dimensionals. So hold on, mini dimensionals, here we come. Here I have my minis. And I'm going to make sure on this one it's hiding down low a little bit to cover up that one flower that I cut off. Which is perfect with one of the points of the umbrella. And then I'll add some of these. I actually kind of like the coral ones better because the coral's going to pop a little bit more since the umbrella is yellow. That might be too much. I think I'm going to leave him and I'm going to do another yellow one. Can't find my scissors. What's everybody having for supper? Did I already ask that? I did totally ask that. I guess I just didn't get any responses. Let me know. What are you guys doing for supper? Are you having meatloaf? A friend of mine was asking me for some ideas for what to do with hamburger. And I, of course, was like burgers, tacos, all the things. And then I was like, oh, what about meatloaf? But I think she ended up deciding to go with Salisbury steak, which I feel like I've only had like in school. That's another thing I've never actually made, but I like it. Okay. For some reason that was really fast. I think it's because I just got a little bit more like wing it with it instead of so concerned. So there we have that fabulous look. And then now I'm just going to stamp the greeting. I don't know where my little greeting piece went. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to stamp it on here and then die cut it out. Here's my greeting. But I still don't know where my greeting piece went. But I'll just die cut it or stamp it or cut it out from this because I don't know where it went. Who knows? Actually, there's another scrap piece somewhere. Nope. Rain or shine, you're always on my mind. Cute. So now I'm just going to punch that out and add it to our card and finish it off with some gilded gems wherever those went. They were here in the beginning. Oh, here they are. So 3 little gilded gems. A round white cake bottom pulled with French vanilla ice cream topped with fluffy meringue. Wow. That sounds amazing. I want to try that. I like baking fun, crazy things and seeing what I can come up with. That's why we did the pavlovas. And it was a hit. So now I'm like, I'm on a roll. Let's keep going. And that's meringue too. And that is amazing. Okay. I don't know. I just want to finish this card so it looks fabulous, but I don't have a punch. Maybe I'll just cut it. I didn't cut straight. I don't like that. It looks good as a square, but I didn't cut straight, so I'll redo it. But that's what it's going to look like in the end. Super, super cute. No cheese for you, Karen. I mean, that's just more cheese for Jim, but I love cheese. There's definitely never a guess on whether I'm going to put cheese on my meal or not. Brad knows. If anything, it's like 1 slice or 2. But yeah, and then you can always do the other umbrella, the little folded up one on the inside. So super, super cute. And that is our card for today. Don't forget the things that I mentioned in the beginning. The paper pumpkin for June is going to be the Sunshine one created by Sarah Douglas, the CEO of Stampin' Up. So it's going to have 8 full-size or regular size cards in it, as well as decorations to send the box out with a box of sunshine, which is like, again, I don't know if this is like something she made up or something that everybody knows except me just finding it out recently, where you put a whole bunch of yellow stuff in there and then send it to somebody because it's a box of sunshine. So yeah, that's what the June kit is. I have left a link in this video so that you can sign up for Paper Pumpkin. Make sure to get that before it potentially sells out again like the May kit did. And also I let you guys know about the success about the Share Sunshine PDF download to help support COVID-19. Stampin' Up! Has donated $161,000 so far to that relief fund. So super, super fabulous. You can either divvy up your $12, 6 and 6, to the two organizations, or you can pick all of one or the other. So you get the option of who you're actually going to donate to. So that's awesome. Again, I haven't left a link for that one, but it's in yesterday's video, and I'll try to remember to do it after I get off of this video. Don't forget to give me a comment, give me a shout out, give this video a thumbs up. I think you can do little hearts too, because they sometimes like fly up, and it makes me so happy. You guys are all super, super amazing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and show the card again. Okay. So yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. Love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Let me know if you have any questions on anything that you would like me to see, show, share, whatever, all of those things, like doing the ribbon tying and things like that. So I'll see you guys all later. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.